Final Four may be set in the PVL semifinals, but all teams have something to play for, be it seeding in the semis or finding something to be optimistic about in our future tournaments. CREAMLINE is looking to clinch a top spot while PERLAS Spikers are determined to end their conference with a high note. Both Chocomucho and Petrogas have a lot to play for as Chocomucho wants to bounce back from their loss and Petrogas still high from clinching a spot in the top 4. To cap the day off, PLDT will be facing its sister team Signal, who want to make the most out of their games here in Ilocos Norte. We are a week away from crowning a champion here in Bacara. Let's see who will shine the brightest in the end here in PVL on One Sports.
these are the two things that they really want to work on today and want to show Perlas so that they want to dominate. But one thing, important thing to mention, 32 errors compared to 19. That has been hounding Creamline. So, you know, even if they don't look at this game as non-very, they want to win, no? They have to check their errors going into every game.
Yeah, and it's good thing for them. I know they had a lot of the errors. They had a ton of errors also against Cherry Tigo, which they lost in 4 sets. They had a lot of errors in this one, and they won because of brilliant individual performances led by the girl who said, this conference, I'm going to pick my spots and then try to attack at the right time. Well, they needed her in that 5-setter against Chocomucho, and that's why she was picking her spots the whole conference and the whole tournament, Noreen. Para pag natutulak sa mga ganitong pagkakataon, she delivers, and she delivered with a triple-double.
Well, we all know she always delivers. What's nice is that attitude coming into this tournament, saying that she will support her teammates and will perform if need be, and she did in that game. But it was actually a collective team effort. You know, they played Chocomucho. There are actually 5 players who scored in double digits. So if you have that 5 players scoring in double digits, you're looking good, you know, for the rest of the tournament.
And then you have Gia Morado, 37 excellent sets. Gumaba with 19, just to underscore what you're saying. Panaga with 13, Sato with 12. And then this other girl who's been a spark off the bench all throughout, well, since she started being played by Coach Sherwin Meneses off the bench. We're talking about Tots Carlos, who will share with us her thoughts in this pregame interview.
I think it's really about the mood of the team. Kasi nung una medyo tight kami and medyo seryoso kami. But eventually, nung nakuha namin yung rhythm namin, doon nag-start yung happy mood, good vibes, saka yung happy-happy. So eventually, nakalaro kami na maayos and yun, nagtuloy-tuloy kasi iba talaga pag naglalaro ka na masaya. If we win today, malaking bagay ito kasi it has to do with the team's confidence and individuals din. So, yun, gusto lang talaga namin na manalo and i-stay yung level ng play, and one of our preparation din to for this coming semis.
Didn't even get to play in the first 2 games of the tournament, and then, off the bench. And then since then, talagang hinahatak na siya. She delivered 16 points as part of the 5 players, as you mentioned, who scored double figures. Now, you said finishing strong. This is what you were talking about for PERLAS Spikers. They're out of it. They went through a lot. Everybody knows their story already. Their tournament is not going to end the way they want it, in the sense that they are not going to be in the semifinals. But they want to pick up a few things here in this tournament so that they can have learnings going into the next PVL season, whenever that will be, Noreen.
Yeah, and they have to be happy. Although they lost in that game, they played one of their best sets so far in this tournament, winning
the first set.
Yeah, the first set, 25-23, but eventually going down in 4. But the positives you want to pick up there is finally 2 players scoring in double digits in that game. Joe with 17. Everybody was looking for Joe Maraginot's game, and finally they saw a glimpse of what she was when she was in college. So parang just something to look forward to. And Cherry Nunag with 18. So what you want right now, if these 2 players can play consistently, you have people like Nicole Tiamzon, Sue Roses, and Heather Gino, you know, putting in those numbers, they can be a force to be reckoned with in the future.
Si Cherry, first game pa lang nung bumalik sila after the protocols, no? When they finally showed up on court. She had the best game during the first game, and that's the perfect description. She's been probably the most consistent player among PERLAS Spikers. I agree with the Joe Maraginot point that you made, but let's also remember she's been out for 2 years also with those injuries. So she's only rounding up into form. Etong si Joe Maraginot, but the most productive 17 points for Joe in that last one to back up etong si Cherry Nunag. Now we're looking at Tang Ponce, the 5th best digger of the league. Let's listen to what she has to say for the PERLAS Spikers.
Yung motivation namin incoming this game is enjoy lang kami. Bawat yung yung natitira pa naming game, enjoy lang namin. Yung goal namin ngayong araw is i-improve ba yung mga games namin kesa sa kahapon and end with the high note.
잘했어. now time to meet our national referees for this match. First referee, Joy De Imus. Second referee is Mark Santos. And now the starters first for the PERLAS Spikers. Middle blocker from De Los Santos Marinas, number 1, Cherry Nuna. Opposite hitter from University of the East, number 3, Sue Roses. Center from the Far Eastern University, number 11, Jel Cayuda. Outside spiker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 13, Joe Paraginot. Middle blocker from FEU, number 18, Jeanette Villarreal. Outside spiker from the University of the Philippines, number 19, Nicole Tiamzon. And the starting liberal from Madison University, number 14, Tom Ponce. Head coach for PERLAS is Ray Diaz. And now the starters for the CREAMLINE Crew Smashers. Outside spiker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 2, team captain Eliza Valdez. Middle blocker from the National University, number 5, Risa Santo. Middle blocker from the College of St. Benil, number 6, Jeanette Panaga. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, number 7, Michelle Gumabao. Center from Ateneo, number 12, Gina Morado. Outside spiker from the University of the Philippines, number 18, Tomas Carlo.
The PERLAS Spikers will exit without making the semifinals with probably half of their team is all new, and a lot of lessons for this team and a lot of challenges too. Just like all the other teams, they started. I'm saying all the other teams had their own challenges. Of course, we're not discounting that. They started maybe a week and a half late. As you look at the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers, let's not forget two things. One, they welcome the return of Coach Tai Bundit in that victory over the Chocomucho Flying Titans the last time out. I'm sure that had a lot to do with it.
For
and
sure.
two, they welcome back Jeanette Panaga. That puts everybody in their natural positions because Panaga was back as their starter for CREAMLINE, who also, and the second point I wanted to make, that's a come from behind victory that they had. I know people are making a big deal. Yeah, they masigla sila and all that, and they were happy. It's great. But let's not take away also what Chocomucho did. They were ahead 2-1 and ahead 13-9 in the fourth set when CREAMLINE made their run and never looked back after. And then, of course, in the fifth set, they started the game 8-3 and 9-4 eventually. They eventually lead by 12-5 and parang never look back. So those are the points that I just wanted to make about that. That is the reason there were more than 110,000 people watching that online. Wala pa yung TV viewers dun. Because we saw a quality game.
Yeah.
And I think what we saw also was CREAMLINE being a champion team, even if this is a new conference. They are a champion squad with champion players. They dug deep in that fourth set. Dahil they had to sila by 4 points. They made a run and they never looked back. I think that was the difference between them and Chocomucho. As we look at the spike of the set brought to you by Duncan, Chocomucho has not had a championship together. They had a disappointing season last time they were together. They're still learning. Chocomucho is. Kaya lang talagang mabibigat yung mga pangalan.
Yeah.
Kaya yung expectations na rin. And then 6-0 ka pa. Diba? 7-0, right? For Chocomucho.
6-0. Yeah.
So there were expectations also, but a lot of things to learn for Chocomucho, who might have to play 8 straight games every day if they're going to go all the way to the finals. I was computing everything. That's the route that they might have to take.
That's 8 straight games. That's crazy. So,
Yes.
yeah, but you know, there was a lot of talk after that loss of CREAMLINE to Charity. How will they bounce back emotionally, psychologically? You know, because that was painful. They didn't obviously play their game. But what's nice is against that team, Chocomucho, they were challenged, but they rose to the occasion. And again, I said it earlier, it was a collective effort, and a lot of people stepping up. So they're looking good going into the semis, and hopefully for them into the final.
Looking good today. 3-2 start here as Risa Sato will get us going for the rally. And I think, we always hear the saying, context is everything. And I think when you put the season into context, we always want to refer to different conferences before. Di sila ganito dati. It's a completely different setup, completely different context, completely different situation for all the teams. So a lot of the things that we're going to see are probably going to be out of character or, diba? Diba eh? It's a unique experience that not even you and I would be able to, diba? To really explain.
No, actually, I like that point because this is a professional league. Although, yes, we like to refer to their past, the collegiate, the semi-pro, the club level. But this is different. I mean, you can't say like Amaylin Paat. She never won the championship when she was in Addison. I mean, these things, you can't say that anymore. Like Tots Carlos. In UP, she never led them to the finals. So, but look at the way they are playing right now. This is a different ball game, tournament altogether. So people want to get better because it's also their future in this bread
Trabaho
and
na.
oh yes,
Trabaho
exactly. Bread and butter work of theirs.
3-5 is our score. As Tots starting right away with some off-speed kills. We know she's about power, but she can put right into. That's Gumabao, who scored 19 in that last game. Her second best scoring of her tournament so far. Remember that early she scored 24. Remember that game where everybody thought, oh, it's the Michelle Gumabao of college. She's looking good, great shape, coming off a great game. As Tiamzon sends it to Carlos from the pipe. It is Valdez delivering the goods. And because of the game last time against Chocomucho, she goes to #1 in scoring and #2 in spiking. She takes over from MJ Phillips in the scoring department.
Yeah, and can you imagine coming to this tournament? She wanted to be more of a support, right, for her teammates. And now, okay, I'll just play my game and be #1 and score.
Pero ito na kasi, ito na yung home stretch
That's
Ito na yung inaasahan yung mga matitindi sa liga talaga. Just like Jaja has also stepped up her game, right? Lately. 8-3, Creamline is up by 5.
Still serving, Michelle Gumabao.
8-3 is our score. Michelle Gumabao, welcome back to our exclusive coverage of your PVL on One Sports Plus. What a dig by Michelle Gumabao and Morado. It's good find, Cherry Nunan. Oh, was it white? Oh yeah, okay.
We were waiting for her reaction. What is it?
Probably, finding a home here in Perlas, but the rest of the team, maybe a little more firepower for them, maybe more wing attackers. We'll see in the next conference. In the meantime, running attack from Pangs.
That's still alive.
Chia. Binalikan. And this time, a more solid attack for the girl who has recovered from her sprained ankle.
And you see the difference in that match with Chocomucho. That Panaga's infectious. Not the way she was running, every time she was blocking and scoring. So, it would be interesting if they get to face Cherry once again.
Which is a possibility.
It is.
Yeah, of course. Anything is possible now as we have a Final Four already. We just don't have the right positions yet. Creamline, they win today. They secure that #1 spot Sa kanila bahala na kayo. Kayong tatlo magkagulo dyan.
But for Perlas, they want to play the spoilers role. And I always say it's riskier to play a team that's playing without pressure because they just want to enjoy their last few games.
Panaga again. When you want to talk about infectious, as we are at 10-5, I spoke to Eliza Valdez and I asked her about their additions, Panaga and Carlos. And the first thing that came out of her mouth is, and she was so sincere when she said this. Well, you know, Eliza's always sincere. But she was so sincere when she emphasized yung energy na dinala nila sa team on and off the court. Yung parang enthusiasm, masayahin, para silang, ang sabi ni Eliza is like, they were made for this team. As we look at this spike of the set, brought to you for Duncan. Parang they were tailor-made for this team from a personality standpoint. Huwag na muna yung skills.
Yeah.
It's just from a personality standpoint daw. Pag pinagsama mo si Tots, Janet, and then Risa Sato.
Sounds like fun.
Exactly. Grabe daw. Grabe yung energy. So 11-6 is the score.
Yeah, and you would have thought that Creamline already had a very potent team before the changes. And
Like professional league na
yeah, diba? That's why you like what the coaches do. They really see how they can improve, bring in this, bring in that. You know.
Now they know this is going to be the best of the best. And each conference, Noreen, it's going to get better.
I'm sure.
The competition will be better. The players will be more skilled for sure. Yeah. 7-11 is our score. Not anymore. As Joe Cayuna serves it out.
Something you don't want to see, obviously, you know, Perlas on service errors. But I like the way Atienza followed that ball when she gave it a side. She followed the ball all the way to the line until it went out.
6th in serving. Itong si Eliza Valdez after 18 days, competition days.
Oh, what a dig.
Nice pickup again. Tumabaw again from the opposite side.
Good rally.
Maraginot underneath. And that's out. Some of the former players of the Ateneo, Coach Tai with Joanna there and si Michelle Morente there. You saw Pao Soriano on your screen, former Adamson player. 13-7.
And it's more exciting also when you think about the future conferences. Of course, the lockdown did not benefit everyone. I mean, obviously it benefited for me, Choco Mucho the most because they healed from their injuries, their young team, but a lot of people still struggling to find form. That's what we want to see in the future.
7-14 is the score. Timeout dito. Si Coach Ray.
Tama yung pattern natin. Huwag lang tayong tumigil sa ginagawa. Lahat tama. Dagdagan lang natin yung effort. Tapos, pag pumuto sila, compose agad. Usap-usap kagad tayo, anong gagawin natin susunod. Kalimutan nyo yung mali. Okay? Composure lang. Ayos mo.
Eliza Valdez will continue to serve. 14 will be serving 7. Talk about a girl who benefited from the lockdown. Eliza Valdez had to heal from her injured foot in the finals of the last PVL, which she played through.
Serving well. She's what, number 7?
Number 6.
Number 6?
Number 4 si Gia.
Doesn't seem like it.
Happy mo daw eh.
I'm quiet.
8 will be serving 15. Having said all of that, Noreen, as Joe Maraginot will serve here for Perlas. Having said all of that, we're getting the quality of volleyball that we're getting despite these players not being, sabihin na natin, 100% conditioning, pero ang taas pa rin ang level natin. And that's what we have to be thankful for. 16-8 is our score.
Ranking #1 for best setter this conference with 219 running sets, Gia Morado of the Creamline Cool Smashers told me they were really happy with the way they played against the Chocomucho Flying Titans. But more than that, there's so much room for improvement. Marami pa daw pwedeng mangyari dahil the teams are working hard, so they just gotta keep going at it. Expect the PERLAS Spikers to enjoy the most of their game against the Cool Smashers here on One Sports.
One of those departments that they have to improve on would be the errors, as they had 32.
Right. 32 errors in that game as compared to just 19 for Chocomucho. So yeah, they have to check that, especially going into the semis and for them hopefully the final. Well, 8-point lead right now for Creamline.
Go to the...
Help to block there, Michelle Gumabaw and Lynette Panaga. That was Michelle Gumabaw. All over that.
Check.
You know, when you look at Creamline, they're actually not the tallest of teams, but their blocking is improving throughout the matches.
Am I back? Yes, I'm
Yes,
back.
you
All right,
are.
there you go. 17-8 is the score. Yes, you were saying?
Yeah, no, for me, blocking for Creamline is not the tallest of teams. Of course, when you talk about the Santiago sisters, but their blocking is constantly improving game after game. So that's one thing positive for this team moving into the semis and for them hopefully the final.
Well, sabi mo nga, marami pang, at sabi rin ni Gia, marami pang aayusin in terms of their team. We look at a spike of the set brought to you by Duncan.
And you like really the way they play when talk about Creamline. We know that their coaching staff always promotes happiness. We know that, and they are showing that. I mean, even if they make errors for them, yeah, let's just bounce back. You want the viewers to learn. If you're athletes, you have to bounce back.
19-9 is the score. That's the girl who's number 7 in blocking, the only Creamline player who is in the top 10, just to underscore your point about blocking. And she's missed, 3 games? Ito si Janet Panaga. But 19-9 is the score, Creamline on top. Second time out by Coach Ray Diaz. They are 1-6 and had to play 5 games in 8 days last week just to catch up with the rest of the gang. Unfortunately, lost 6 of those matches.
With these two players, Screen Cayuna and Nuna, that's also a combination that you want to look for in the future. You know that there'll be that connection between the two.
Pinoa on the combination play. Galanza will come in. Now off the bench. The former starter for Creamline Cool Smashers is in. As Roma Dormal sets us going, or gets us going rather. Gia Morado on the 1-2 play, making it look easy.
Always wants to get into that scoring column. You know, Tots Carlos, we talked about their playing well. For me, for the fans of Tots Carlos, you have to be happy that she gets to play now for Creamline. The experience, for me, it's like OJT. You know, you learn from people like Michelle Gumabao, Alyssa Valdez, Gia Morado, and their coaching staff. So we're gonna look for this player in the future. She's very young, just fresh out of college, so she's gonna get better.
You know, when I found out that they signed her, I got very excited for her
Yeah,
because of exactly what you're saying, the things that she can learn and develop new skills under their coaching staff.
and what about the psychological
Yeah.
aspect? Huh?
And then wala kang pressure na ikaw yung go-to eh.
Right.
Not that it's bad, but you know, you can learn at your own pace without having to be the number one, you know, go-to player. Kasi may Alyssa naman dyan, may Michelle Gumabaw naman dyan.
And she's obviously enjoying herself and playing well in the process.
2011, 21-11. 22-11 now is the score.
A miscue there. The Lanza also getting into the scoring column there. Well, a commanding 11-point lead right now for Creamline. Free ball. Near miscue. And of course, Alyssa Valdez just putting it down. Broken play, but they make the most out of it.
Twenty-three, 12 is our score.
Oh, what a dig.
That's Carlos on the opposite side. Go back to her. From back row. Alyssa flying through,
Oh!
finishing the play, and gets them into set point.
Now that one, Alyssa Valdez makes it look easy because if you're about to hit something that's set from the back row, the timing is different. But she made it look like, okay, it's just another regular set.
Well, she's seen it all.
Good serve.
Set point. Still set point saved. Oh no, actually that was it. They are able to score in that one. 25-12, a dominating first set. Para dito sa Creamline Cool Smashers looking to lock up the #1 spot. Okay, we are back with second set action here in the PVL on One Sports Plus. We seem to have fixed our audio problems, so let's get back to work here, giving you set number 1 highlights, and really, it's mostly Creamline again, carrying that momentum from their Choco Mucho victory. Neri.
Yeah, you said it. Picking up where they left off, just playing solid, enjoying themselves, and everyone just contributing. What can we say? Blocking is working. Look at the numbers. One thing we have to mention: unforced errors. 5 unforced errors. That's huge already for Creamline. Meaning, if it's low, it's big for them. You can see attacks. We talked about how they can easily convert at sets to attacks. 15-7, blocking working 3-0. Service, I mean, all categories just went their way. So an easy win there in the first set for Creamline. And Valdez, obviously, top score there with 7, Gumaba with 5, Heather Ginoo for Perlas with 3, and Nunag with 2.
Block point from the PERLAS Spikers, who are trying to play spoilers in this game against the Creamline Pool Smashers, who, if they win today, they lock up number 1. 7 gives you the semifinals, but 8 gives you that number 1 spot for them. And as Noreen, my partner, explained to you guys, and if you just tuned in just now, the only team that could tie them at 8-1, obviously, is Choco Mucho. But that will be a tough one because they will have to go against Petrogas today and Cherry Tigo tomorrow. So, not impossible, but it is tough.
Tough road ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Pero buti na rin nakabangko sila ng ganun karaming panalo.
Yeah.
Yun ang importante nga doon na rin.
that's true. But also, even if Choco Mucho does end up 8-1, Creamline will still be number 1 if
Correct.
they win today because of the win over
The other rule, and
Yeah.
since they only met once, dahil nga single round robin lang tayo, automatic ang Creamline ang magiging number 1. All they need to do is take care of this game so that they can have a little bit of, downtime for themselves.
Yeah. And just
And take away the worries already.
and just watch, what the
Scout.
next matches.
Scout the other teams. Because like Cherry Tigo's also on a roll. They've been playing so well as of late. A possible contender there as Eliza Valdez finds zone 6 open.
Funny. When you're just watching the games and you don't really know what's going on, you say, there are people who are telling me, well, Eliza's game, no, it's not the same. And then I would explain what he said. He said, she's just supporting. You wait. That's true. And now, does that answer your question or your doubts about Eliza?
Now, if the schedule was the old schedule before na, thrice a week, a Wednesday, Saturday, and you got 2 days rest, and magtataka ka. But in this compressed schedule na you're playing almost every day, the older, more experienced champions know when to pace themselves. Saan sila babanat, kumbaga. And also to give your teammates confidence to do their thing. Like Tots, like Gemma, Michelle is like a renaissance player right now. And,
Renaissance.
diba? Lisa Sato, Panaga. Pero ngayon dahil na home stretch na tayo. Kumbaga, yung mga matitinding kabayo, dyan tumatakbo ng matindi rin. That's what's happening right now for Valdez, for Chacha Santiago.
Yeah,
Lyndon Santiago also the last 2 games has been incredible for the Cherry. So these are the players to watch down the stretch. 4-2 is our score.
Yeah, and I like it that, for me, there's no sure winner. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, I'm sure Cherry, I'm sure Creamline. There's no sure winner. You see the way they play, and what if they play against an opponent who's just playing inspired that day? So you can't really say for sure. That's why it's so interesting what's going to happen in the next week, the final week, actually.
Carlos again with a heater, pounding that ball for the 5-3 lead. Fitting very well from a skill standpoint, as you see a spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. From a personality standpoint, these are players that she used to go up against, diba? All the time.
Yeah.
In the UAAP.
Others watch. She would watch.
All right. Cross court. They simplify it and just give a free ball to Perlas. Down 2.
Good cover.
Kapanggaan dun. Si Tang at saka si Cherry. Cherry's trying to shake it off.
That's okay. So normal, yeah. I mean, right now, starting in the second set for Perlas. You know, for me, obviously, throughout the tournament for Perlas, I'm still looking for that 6, you know, that will gel. So, Doromal played well. I remember we talked about her. I mean, they in a losing cause, but she played well. So, if she can pour in the numbers today, you never know. Just make a good game out of today.
Linihis. Ni Eliza finding another spot deep into the court.
Hitting from all angles, all cylinders there for Eliza. Oh,
Mabao also 7th in scoring, 3rd in spiking, and probably the best we've seen her in a long time.
true.
Mabao's always been consistent and all that, but you know, she's one of those who benefited probably from the break. She stayed in shape, and then skills-wise, just better than ever, I think.
and consistent. I think that's the thing.
And we all already know mentally she's tough. We already know her fire. So you complement that with improving skills and physical conditioning. She's a tough out. Michelle Dumabao is. 5-7 is the score. Error.
That is there for Heather
Except
Guinea.
Atienza, who with the receiving error, I think it was
Yeah.
his 3rd best, by the way, in receiving. I think si Kyle Atienza, who doesn't get a lot of spotlight in a fully loaded Creamline team, but she has done a great job for the coaching staff.
Oh, that's why she's there.
Yeah.
You know, making life easier, hopefully for her teammates.
Okay naman sa mga libero na hindi sila maging kapansin-pansin.
Oh,
Nice.
oh.
Nice attack, Cherry Nudag.
I told you this connection will be something to look out for.
Hey, you know, Cherry is so used to going up against Creamline, by the way, in the finals pa nga, di ba? When she was with Petrogas, she would
Yeah.
always go up against Creamline.
And played, you know, she'd play well, huh?
Definitely. Dumabao with the gets.
Oh,
Regalo. Oh, Atienza was there. At sila pa. Yan ang totally out of system na talaga, pero nakuha pa rin yung puntos. So they get into the technical timeout ahead.
Yes, coach. No experiment for me. I'm so sorry. Okay, we focus on service. Sobrang confident. Ito, sobrang confident ko. Kasi may bago siya. Ito marunong.
You're watching us on One Sports Plus. This is the PVL, the first and only professional volleyball league in the country. Go Tiamzon on your screens. Her team down a set and down a point here in set 2.
at least set 2 is a better set as compared to the first set where Creamline just ran away with that. That's what you want from Perlas. You know, a bit of a challenge there. Keep it close. You never know what can happen at the end part of the set.
Lunag has been spectacular. Really a bright spot. You know, really standpoint, it really is Cherry from start to finish.
And what about that matchup against her former teammate, Panaga?
Tama. You say that, Sends it to the net. Nice serving 8. Bump it to Joanna. Too low.
Too low, too far, so she must time that. But that's what we don't want to see with Perlas. A bit of sluggish plays, you know, because it actually really talks about what they went through throughout this conference. So they just have to play each game, their last 2 games, with enjoyment, you know, looking to the future.
Temperaturas in the game for Perlas. Ayuna. Sa gitna. That's a double contact on Mitch.
She knew it. She knew it. I can be all things, but maybe setting is a good setter is not one of them.
Jel Cayuna. Number 8 in our setting department of the 10 teams here. Getting the service ace.
Yeah, so look now.
Better set, way better set for them here in set number 2 of our triple header today. This is match number 39. Later on, big one between Choco Mucho and the Petrogas.
Oh,
They get the lead for the first time.
yeah, they want to take advantage of this rotation. Full front row for Perlas. That's a great serve there.
They open up to Eliza. He swipes it off.
You know, that's one thing I like about CREAMLINE right now is they're being challenged by Perlas, but you know, they're not pressing anything. They're just taking each point as it comes. Oh,
Number 4 in serving in the league finds a spot. Always a tough serve to look at and receive, especially when you're there on the court. We've seen that live, Marine.
yeah.
We've seen the court angle of her serves. And her and Risa Sato, sometimes yung bola nila talagang gumagalaw sa ere. Nakakalito eh.
So may karga. Oh, what a block.
Sato and Gumabaw, a fortress right now, and they get back the lead and add on to it, 13-11.
Good defense. Great read.
Also, what's not mentioned a lot is, you know, Sato, as goofy as she is and as energetic as she is, a very smart player in the front line.
And quick.
Quick, athletic, and very smart. The way she moves, very efficient. They will award that point to Perlas.
Too strong there. You know, you're right. That's what you like about players like Sato. They embrace what they have, which is she's not the tallest of center blockers, middle blockers. So what do you do? I'm a middle blocker. I have to find my advantages. So you said it, smart and quick.
Look at Gia. She goes to Michelle Gumabaw one time. It's long, so pinabawi sa kabila at she goes cross court. Look at this as she puts it away.
What an angle there.
That's
Nobody home.
It's good. It's good looking angle. 14-12. An easy take, yep, to Eliza. Kumambyo sa ere si Tots. And Piatura will go back to Romal. That's in.
But you also like what, you know, Gia's options. I mean, you just said, close your eyes and just said it. To whom it may concern, score the point.
37 excellent sets in the previous game. Number 1 in setting, has been all throughout the tournament. Second service error for Eliza. That's why she's very disappointed, knowing her standards that she sets on herself. And killing their momentum, giving a free point to Perlas. 13 will be serving 15.
And you know also, if you're Creamline, you have to realize, yes, this game means if we win this, we're first seed, we're number one. But you don't want to prolong it as much as possible because you don't want to risk the possibilities of maybe injuries, you know.
Gusto mo rin magpahinga.
Oo,
Exactly. Gusto mo rin bigyan ng court time yung mga ibang bench players mo. Kung medyo malamangan mo ng konti, you get a good spread. You can get other players in and get your main players to rest.
Yeah. And in such a compressed tournament, that's very important.
16-14, Creamline still ahead.
May magic sarap.
Pag kasi tumatakot kasi sila ng shot dito. Kasi nakikita nila na nabili tayo ng pero wag natin pag-uwi. Kasi pagka ang pinagaano nila, hindi tumapatak sa mga ba. Kaya magandang pwede natin. Maintain lang natin. Kapag ka nakita natin yung bola na babasa ng kakatayo ng forward, pero may hangganan. Kaya dapat yung nandito, wag yung masabi ko. Pero kung gusto ko lang, pag-isabi sa dito nila sa set, sakla, yung single, yung open, bako. Lahat yung nila, maalala, one minute,
Santo will serve us here as we continue our action on One Sports Plus. 16-14, 1-0 for the team that is looking to lock up #1 spot. Kumiskis sa kamay. Hindi siya gumabaw, so referee Joy Dinimus. First referee. Wow, barely.
Look at how Creamline tried to disguise that. They say it was out.
Then we target Liza. Carlos. That's too low.
Yeah.
She knew it. 16 all. Great fight here by Perlas.
So far, this is a good 6 for Perlas with Roramal there.
Luna goes there anyway. Those are the tougher calls. I don't know if I was with you the last time. Yung mga ganun na ang hirap itawag doon kung over ba
Yeah.
or na-block. In real time, in slow-mo, syempre we have the benefit, but in real time to call that sometimes really tough. Did it go over? Was it blocked?
Did it roll over the
net? Yeah, the
tape?
tape. Yeah. Always a tough call. 16 all.
Sir.
Carlos with all her might.
Yeah, that's one thing for Perlas. No? That's what they want to improve on. Is that blocking was there, but coverage, went through the blockers. That's gotta someone has got to get that.
Who will be the first professional volleyball champion team? That is what we're looking at. That is what we're looking for. History in the making. And the 4 teams that are up for it are Creamline, Petrogas, Choco Mucho, and Cherry Tigo. And I was about to say, I could hear rain in the venue. Parang ang lakas ng ulan ulit. And that particular spot has been bothersome there at the PCV Social, Civic, and Cultural Center in Ilocos Norte. We'll sort it out. We'll be back. Okay, everything sorted out at the venue in Ilocos Norte. A little bit of a leak after that downpour, which hopefully gets resolved as we are at the home stretch of this open conference. But in the meantime, Perlas for the second time in this set takes over the lead, Noreen.
Yeah, doing it in defense. Luna really playing very well. So we need, again, her teammates to step up to the plate as
Kailangan
well.
nakatulong talaga.
Yeah.
And the difference, of course, is towards the end of the set. Can you sustain it against a team like CREAMLINE who loves and seems to relish, mga end of sets situations?
Comeback.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I noticed in the last match talaga. From a body language and a facial expression standpoint in the game against Chocomucho, you didn't see panic. You really didn't see panic.
Obviously, they were a different team as compared to that match against Cherry Tigo.
Yeah.
From that standpoint,
Yeah.
just supporting one person.
Yeah. Oh, they looked very negative against Cherry Tigo, while Cherry Tigo was just flowing in that match. And that was a big match also for Cherry because nag-iba sila after that.
Yeah, the confidence.
Right now, speaking of confidence, Perlas overflowing with it with a 2-point lead, 20-18. Cherry Luna is celebrating this point, and she should. CREAMLINE will call its very first timeout, other than the technical timeouts. Call the very first timeout here in the second set.
Serving from Perlas, Cherry Luna.
2018 is the score. And CREAMLINE Cool Smashers call a timeout and execute a play perfectly right away. And courtesy of Panaga, who will move out after the spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan.
Just a great play there by CREAMLINE, taking advantage of the fact that you have a smaller blocker in front of you and just one went up to challenge that.
Rose Vargas comes in. She will serve. Panaga will move out.
Oh,
That's why she's sent there. Rose Vargas.
yeah, and I like her physique right now. You can see.
She's in incredible shape.
Yeah.
She is. And she's always had a heavy hand. The one thing that she's never lost is that power behind that swing. Boy, I love the way she swung back in the day with FEU.
Yeah. Oh,
What a get. And a point for Perlas. They're ahead here. 21-20 is our score.
well, Sato had the right thing in mind, but you have to follow the ball. You cannot take your eyes off the ball. If it's a over-receive, you follow to block, but you have to follow the path. Oh,
Yun lang. Masakit. You kill your own momentum. 21 all.
a couple of service errors already on the side of Perlas.
If you're CREAMLINE, you cannot play around anymore and give away some free points. All the more Perlas because they are down a set here.
Yeah, right for the front row right now for CREAMLINE.
De Jesus. Oh, Valdez is in front.
Good kick.
Temperatura. Cut shot by Maraginot. Balik kay Baldo. At bumagyo na naman. Need a point.
Second chance for Eliza.
Coach Ray will call a timeout. Ito na, dulo ng set, 22-21. This is where usually Creamline will make their move.
Oh, I was looking at the bench of Perlas. Roses, Gamzon, Ferrer sitting it out.
Nalunod, pero boy pa. And it's on the side of the Cool Smashers, now with Perlas. The push doesn't work. Gia will reverse it. Gemma cuts it.
Oh,
Good coverage. Oh, what a find there. Was that Doromal who found it? Yes.
oh, you have to give credit to the defense of Perlas, keeping that alive and getting that point.
Michelle Morente. Oh. Joe Maraginon excited to exchange places here as Mitch will serve. Sa kabila naman, babalik. Yung kanilang Mitch, si Mitch Gumabaw. Or Gemma Galante.
You want some quality minutes from Morente. Good serve.
Mitch. 22 all. Combination. And it is Ginoo gets over Risa Sato in that sequence. Coaching staff of Creamline will call another one after this spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan. So Perlas with a chance here.
They're better spirits. No? In that last rally, we heard everybody screaming and talking in the way they celebrated after that point. Oh, another good serve.
And that's why Mitch was there. Oh, sent to the net, and a set point for the PERLAS Spikers here, looking to upset and play spoilers. And the interested teams here, Cherry, Petro, and Choco, all watching this game.
Of course, praying and hoping for an upset. Well, it'll start with the set. You never know.
Yep.
Oh, still alive.
Doromal. Set point. Bumalik. Tense moments here. Oh! Not over. And PERLAS takes a set from the Creamline Cool Smashers. Here in game number 1 of day number 19. Set 2 belongs to the PERLAS Spikers. How did they do this, Noreen?
Well, it was a different 6, and obviously it clicked. You know, the spirits were lighter. Look at that. Celebrations left and right. And, you know, they just played their game, nothing to lose, and that's how they did it. CREAMLINE obviously relaxed a bit. Woo! And the unforced errors category.
Dinoble nila
Back
yung
at
first
10.
set nila.
Yeah.
5, no? Yung first set
Yeah.
was 5. Remember, they're coming off a 30,
13 or 12 for PERLAS.
12, 12. You're right,
12, no?
12.
6 and 6. No?
Right, right.
But let's give it to PERLAS. I mean, regardless of what happened, substitutions or how CREAMLINE played, I think PERLAS just played a better set. You know?
They stayed with them.
Yeah.
They dumikit, di sila nagpatambak, and then in the end, that's all you can ask for. You give yourself a chance to win a set muna, and then maybe see where you go from there.
Yeah, these small victories.
Yes.
You know, they should take from that. Because CREAMLINE is a strong team. You get a set from them, that is already a statement for you.
Let's see how both teams will react to what happened in set number 2. Boom Gonzalez, Noreen Go for match number 39 on day 19 of your Premier Volleyball League.
Good start.
Let's go opposite of that. Michelle Guapa.
You know, here in this country, she's one of the more consistent opposite hitters, and she's right-handed at that. And speaking of Gumabaw, she's the second leading scorer for CREAMLINE with 9, Valdez with 12. For PERLAS, Ginoo with 6, and Nuna with 5.
Maraguinot also starting to be more active.
And the enjoyment. Now, you know, the past few games, something was missing with this PERLAS squad. You don't see a lot of smiles or enjoyment. Now, look at that.
Overpass. Daramal will run it down. Mitch will send it over. Maraguinot extends for that one. Sato sa gitna.
Good save.
Chance ball.
Oh,
And that's a good give. The one who got that chance ball and gave it to a spot where there was confusion.
yeah. 3 players at that.
Obviously, when you want a free ball, the ideal situation is to give it, let's say, to the setter.
To the setter, yes.
And hinatid niya yung spot doon. Nagaw ni Eliza, pero yun na nga. Nagkatulo doon sa play.
Yeah, over-receive.
And Valdez ties the game to 2.
Well, making up for that misreceive earlier. But again, if you're PERLAS, you won the first set, just continue, you know, just play your game without pressure. Again, you never know what can come out of this third set.
Coverage there by Gia. Carlos is blocked. Now, Eliza doesn't like it, so she'll just send it as a free ball. Carlos. Mitch gets another point.
Yeah, there's too many options for CREAMLINE.
Strong-handed on the swing.
Yeah, you can see the position of Doromal's arms or hands too far from each other. Didn't get good position on that ball.
Good serve, which leads to this easy over. Binalikan si Mitch. Rejected at the net, doing it on offense and defense.
Blocking working for CREAMLINE.
Sato and Gumabaw covering the angle. And Sato would be credited ba o si Mitch? Sa
I
tingin
think
mo?
both of them got their
Got a
hand on
hand on
that, but yeah, it should be Sato there.
Again, second straight misreceived ball, but they turn it into a Heather Ginoo attack.
It's the back. And they're showing right now, you know, the different options Kayuna has as well. You can go to the back, you have hitters.
Parang nakita ko tinawag ni Coach Ray Diaz si Tan Ponce. Kasi dalawang beses nag-misreceive si Temperatura. Parang sinabi niya, dito ka muna.
Oh,
Creamline losing another point on a reception error.
yeah, that's just a great serve. Look at this. Confusing.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Carlos.
And Atienza. Inagaw kay Atienza.
Actually, Atienza was there. You're right, Inagaw.
This is what sometimes a set win can do to you. It brings up your confidence to a point where you're doing things that you weren't doing in previous sets kasi may konting gana. You're extending more, you're diving more, you're blocking more. And this is what's happening with Perlas. We're not seeing that in the first set, but we're seeing it in second half of set 2. And now, and as Noreen pointed out, body language is completely different.
Carlos.
Thundering across.
No, but you're right, no? Aside from that, you have to realize this is a different six. No, Toramal there, Villarreal playing together with Cayuna, and they're playing well. They're just enjoying. So really, they're just making the most out of this opportunity.
Mark Santos will call the violation of Cayuna. Creamline will take over here 6-5.
Unfortunately, they're yeah, clear out there.
The referee was the one who called it. Oh, Taylor Gino with a bomb detonating across for the 6-all score.
Oh, that's a great set by Cayuna. Look at that. You know, I would call that textbook volleyball.
That's out. They're looking for a check. Nope. Can't fool Joy De Imus.
7-6.
Perlas fighting toe-to-toe here. And Joy De Imus is warning Eliza Valdez's team, not her, but their team. That's usually when you're trying to influence a call. Diba? Yan ang inaano nila. Pag tinawag na, ayaw na nila na umangal pa na sobra-sobra. Obviously, different referees have different styles and patience is shorter than others. Diba? The leash is longer for others. 8-6. Perlas ahead by 2. Coach Ray Diaz and the rest of the PERLAS Spikers ahead by 2. 8-6 is our score. Good afternoon, Philippines. You're watching the PVL on One Sports Plus. As we are in the wind-up of this open conference than in previous iterations of the PVL. At Villarreal.
Right, part of the new kids on the block for Perlas, playing well here in the third set.
Nakahanap ng kombinasyon si Coach Ray. Just rolling for that save. Stuffed block from Cherry Nunag.
Now you can see they're playing as a team, but the individual skills are coming out as well. Look at that.
Return to sender. 9-6, biggest lead of Perlas. Pinabawi ni Gia. As expected. Gia always does that, right?
Yeah, no, but that's a smart hit by Carlos. Getting blocked, going cross-court, going down the line. Look at this one.
And that's a second down the line. This looked like the replay slow-mo that we had just a few plays ago.
Yeah.
Beautiful attack. Beautiful block earlier by Cherry Nunag. Palitan ng puntos dito, palitan ng bola. Sa side ng Creamline. Back to back.
Oh,
will not be denied.
Coach Ray contesting that.
Boy gets 2 points back after the kill block. A spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. That's it. It's just too fast that it fooled even us and Coach Ray.
And Coach Ray was right there.
Bawi! Nag is on fire here.
Playing well the past few games.
Again, she has been the most consistent from the start.
Coach Ray, you can't enter the court. He wanted to enter.
Naganahan eh.
Yeah.
Nag-iba yung mood ng Perlas din talaga eh.
Like, it's like this, you know, this new six really just enjoying themselves.
Coach Carlos takes a look at Joy Rivas pero hindi na siya sumayin. Ayaw na niya mag-enjoy.
They're gonna get called for that. That was too long. We saw that. That follow through just didn't.
Humihirit siya ng check. An overpass by Eliza Valdez. And look at this, the biggest lead of the match for the Perlas Spikers. And a timeout from CREAMLINE here.
Still serving.
Well, Vegas the score. Perlas Spikers. Even the timeout by CREAMLINE will not stop the momentum. It's a 5-point lead, the biggest. Ooh, change here.
Yeah.
Seth Domingo will come in for the very first time.
It has been a Luna's show, you know, towards the mid part of this third set.
Carlos gets it back.
Yeah, we have to remember that's her original position, so she's comfortable as an outside hitter as well.
Set. Hindi na nakahabol si Lunag doon. Again, disguised very well by Gia Morado. But it is Perlas who's been playing very well here in sets 2 and 3. Can they sustain?
Oh, what a set!
That's a good set.
Look at that.
That's a tough set. That's a tough set. Jel Cayuna.
And you know it's a good set if blockers are late, you know, blockers not established. That's a great set.
Okay, matagal na yung sinesetan yun si Villarreal at si Ginoo.
Yeah, that's true.
College pa lang. So, amoy na nila isa't isa. It's a block.
Looks like it flips the tape. Good serve. Oh, Domingo with that kill for CREAMLINE.
It's a spike of the set again, brought to you by Duncan. It is another former FEU player. UE player,
Yes.
FEU player, yeah. Natin kalimutan yung
History.
pinanggalingan din. And Seth Domingo, Celine Domingo. Oh, setting error.
But still, you know, you're playing well. Not to be disheartened at this part of the set.
Coach Ray will call a timeout here as CREAMLINE down 4. Okay, Noreen, tell us what's different here. Why is Perlas doing what they're doing? Because they have to get credit for what they're doing. And what is happening to Creamline also? Why are they down a set? Why are they down 4 points here?
I think we really have to give credit to Perlas for playing better. You know, these names, we all know what they can do individually, but what's nice is it's not a familiar six playing, but they found enjoyment and strength in each other. You know, talking about Joe Maraginot and even Tepetura getting strength from Nunag and Kayuna. You know, and they're actually playing well and they're making Creamline doubt themselves there. We saw some substitutions like Domingos here, Galantes here. That in itself, obviously the coaching staff is not happy with the way they're playing. So there are doubts there. So that in itself are little victories for Perlas. And first they have their eyes on this third set.
Carlos, lead is 3. Maraginot, somebody touched the net. It's on the side of Creamline. I think Gia will be called for that one, or Lisa. Regardless, it's a point for the PERLAS Spikers.
So, sino?
Now sending to Perlas, Cherry Nuna.
It is 16-12, and it is all Perlas here in the second set so far. Alyssa. This one is out.
And you know, defense working for Perlas as well, blocking. They're being aggressive at the net. What about that Kayuna single hand block, keeping the ball alive, and forces Creamline to commit that hitting error.
Yun. So error na naman.
Oh.
20 na yan, partner.
Yep. Oh, free ball. Oh, so nice.
Yeah, Maraginot thought it was done. Oh, what a job by Atienza. Bumalik. Gia will go for the 1-2. Kayuna. 5-point lead. Somebody touched the net. Says Mark Santos. Kayuna trying to hide. Cannot.
You can hear, obviously, the bench of Perlas screaming. You feel like there's so many people watching this.
I don't know who's screaming, but it's very loud. Yes, you are right.
And it's obviously the side of Perlas. Here they are again.
Kala mo, punong-puno yung venue no? Galanza this time, cuts the lead down to 3.
Yeah, that's one player, of course, you want to contribute, you know. Quality minutes, now you're coming off the bench. How about Gemma Galanza? You want her to score, get a bit of her confidence back as well.
Sounds like somebody's in trouble, actually.
Sounds like a siren.
Yeah, the way somebody's shrieking out there. 18-14, Villarreal.
But boom, whatever works. If that worked during the second set, they're going to continue to do that here in the third.
So keep shouting.
Yeah. Let's worry about losing your voice tomorrow.
Let's go!
Good serve.
Oh, nice flight there by Galanza. Starting to get confident with that swing again.
Good change up there for Creamline.
Des will go to the back line to serve.
Oh, service error.
That's her third of the game.
I don't want to see that category data for Creamline, whatever happens in this set.
I bet they don't want to see that.
Oh, tiny substitution here. This is...
Ito yung nag-serve na mabigat kanina ng second set. You're very right.
Oh,
Grazing the net. Sato!
good sign for Creamline, breaking that serve. Just one serve for Mitch Morente.
Beautiful looking setup job.
Yeah, blockers were late.
Kayuna will open. Gia will go to the other side with a bump set. Tempiatura will put it up. Valdes with another dig.
Oh!
Wow. A former MVP in the PVL. You know, let's not forget that.
Power of the flip of the wrist. Look at that.
Look at that.
Personified.
Body turned right, and the wrist going left.
Yeah. Oh,
Good instincts, good reaction there by Creamline. They're down 2. Good setting by Kayuna here. Para sa PERLAS Spikers. Really confusing. At least variation. Nakikita natin from PERLAS. They went with the quick and then they went to the open.
yeah. You can see the blockers were late to react. That all day.
Kasi previously it was the quick sa gitna.
And they're doing it with Brunel still in the back, right? Resting at the bench right now.
Brown will get her turn to serve here. PERLAS is 5 points away from putting some pressure on the Creamline Cool Smashers. Oh! Pretty expensive.
Hopefully for PERLAS, you don't have to look back at that serve.
PERLAS getting ready on offense here.
And they're looking at obviously the first option. Oh!
Why not? Coach Ray will call a timeout as this is down to 1. It is Gemma Galanza's turn to start for Creamline.
Still serving the Creamline, Gemma Galanza.
19 serving 20. And this is the girl responsible for this little comeback here in set number 3. Oh, nasungkit pa.
Time.
Length, time, fingertips, just the right.
No, and just as Domingo was on her way down.
Lunod na.
Diba?
Atienza. Gia open to Carlos. Faster attack. Alyssa from the pipe. You know,
Long rally.
Dots gets it. And a timeout is called by the Creamline coaching staff. Creamline Cool Smashers down 3. Biggest lead was 5 para sa PERLAS Spikers. And again, Creamline needs to win today to fortify and secure that #1 hold on the spot, on the top spot. If they lose, then it gets more exciting for...
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Not for them, but but for the other teams like Petrogas, Choco Mucho, and Cherry Tigo on the run and gun. San Domingo was pulled off the bench as Coach Tai was looking for an answer.
Yeah, you know, Domingo is a premier player as well. When she comes off the bench, you want her to score these points. You want to see what she can give this team, even if they're just, few minutes. But now, so far, it's kind of long.
Not good enough. Liza was there, and she gets it back.
Oh!
Is that wide, though? Is that wide? It is. She can't believe it.
Yeah. I think there's a being over-eager there.
Ganda nung set,
Yeah.
eh. Ang ganda nung set. Mitch will move out for Joe.
That's what you want from Mitch Miranda. Quality minutes. What about her digging, her defense at the back?
Liza will try to get it back.
Oh!
Pinag-usap.
There's an opportunity there for PERLAS.
And that's why she brought it there, actually, sa gitna. Alam niyo, it's in between. Delayed by the block touch, of course. And for the first time, Kyle Negrito is coming in. FEU players are all over this game.
Oh!
Set point, courtesy of Cherry Nuna.
Look at that shimmy after that.
Yeah, why not? You're up against the #1 team in the league. You're looking to go up 2 sets to 1. Quick substitution because they're going to be an offense. Negrito was there to block.
Nine, you have to play flawless right now. You don't want to go down 2-1.
Cannot afford a mistake! Magaling na, swerte pa!
What can we say?
PERLAS Spikers, 2 sets to 1 here against the Creamline Cool Smashers. Match number 39 on day number 19.
Back to this match between PERLAS Spikers and Creamline Cool Smashers. And for those who just joined us, PERLAS is ahead 2 sets to 1. Creamline won the first set, and PERLAS slowly but surely won set 2 and 3. You know, PERLAS right now playing at a different level. It's the best game we've seen so far, and what a time for it to happen. You know, they can come and play the spoilers role if they beat Creamline, and they're looking good. We can see the numbers. Attacks again, still Creamline ahead 15-12. Blocking. The blocking department spelled all the difference. Nunag just playing so actively at the net 4-1. Service ace just by 1. Unforced error, very decent 4 for Perlas and 7 still for Creamline. Not the highest. I mean, we had set 2 at the highest, but still, that obviously is a factor in today's game. Unforced errors of Creamline.
Is that okay? That's 22
That's
after
10,
three sets, diba? 3 sets tayo.
22.
22.
Correct.
5, 10,
Yeah.
and 7. Sa Creamline, they had 32 in the previous match, which they won. 5 sets.
Creamline, let's talk about the top scorers. Eliza Valdez with 15. Mamba with 11. But what about Nunag right now with 12 points? And Heather Ginoo working hard with 10.
Well, your point, when we started this coverage today, Cherry Nunag is consistent. Will she get more help? Especially a third player.
Yes.
Diba? Sabi nyo nga sa Perlas. But right now, so far, so good for them. The other question is, can they sustain it knowing that Creamline has shown comebacking abilities just like they did against Chocomucho?
Well, they just have to play the way they've been playing. Because again, we said coming into this game, they're playing without pressure. They're successful so far at 2-1. And Creamline is showing weakness for me right
Which
now.
is what?
Yeah.
What weakness?
You can see, they've changed up their 6. We know Creamline to be always comfortable with a certain 6. A little tweaks here and there. It's a different 6 altogether right now. Now, the gelling, although we know they're a championship, the gelling will be questioned because they are challenged. They're not familiar that a team with just 1 win and 6 losses has the better of you today, a better game. So we'll see what's going to happen here in the 4th set.
Well, with 27 excellent sets so far in this match. Valdez cutting it to that side of the court.
Dino Valdez will get her numbers, but collectively, it's a team effort to see how they're going to respond being down to a team, again, just playing with enjoyment. As I told you, that person screaming for Perlas is doing wonders for the team.
It's amazing how you can sustain that.
Yeah. Selflessness, yeah.
Grab in. Oh, that still worked for Panaga. Sorry, that was Carlos. Tipped it over. Overset na nga para sa kanya.
Smart, yeah.
Sinisuntok.
Wow.
Joe just sends it over. Joe had the angle. She just came up late on the adjustment.
They always say you don't want to see a player trying to use one hand. First option to
You know.
Oh, yeah.
Napako yung paa. It's good setting. Holding it till the last moment.
Oh, very
Good digging. That was Heather. Another chance ball though.
Wow.
We got lucky there, Noreen.
Yeah, Villarreal just read that, or even that is working. Good sign for Perlas. And we mentioned at the start of this 4th set, 2 players now in double digits. Scoring in double digits. That's a good sign for Perlas. You're looking for, actually you said it, a third, like hoping Maraguinot or Villarreal will score.
Service error.
Confusion.
Well, this and the rest will have to come from behind again if they want that number 8th win. That's out.
Another error for Creamline.
He was responsible for that comeback in the third set, but they came up short. I have to find that person who is screaming. Who in this venue is screaming for the last 2 sets?
I'll give it to you if you can.
Galanza again.
That's a smart hitting there. But again, for Perlas, Lunag is back in front. So you want to take advantage of that. But you know, that slow-mo, such a smart hit. Realizing I'm going to put it through Nunag or Doromal. No brainer.
Oh! Nanggigil masyado si Nunag dun.
You can only have that back.
Didn't wait for the set.
The goofy pieces happening.
Parang hindi lamang yung kalaban eh, no? Yung itsura niya.
It's just like a doll, you know, the ones that dance.
Good defense there at the net by CREAMLINE.
Oh!
Good intention, but she couldn't get it across the net. Talking about Doromal. Here comes the Bull Smashers now on a comeback trail. Nadali niya dun eh, oh. Alam niya eh, oh.
Yeah.
Tama. Just underscores, I mean, how tough a cut shot is, especially when you're underneath that net.
Yeah.
The angle that you're working with.
Oh.
Speaking of it.
Yeah, but if you're Perlas right now, you don't want to try too hard, meaning overdo it. What did you do in the second and third set? You just played easy, played happy, you know?
Solid.
Solid lang. Don't overdo it this time because you want so much to win this sport. So.
Carlos will get this point. Sold it very well. Technical timeout is our score. We'll be back.
Now serving for the Pool Smashers, it's Carlos.
8-5 is the score. CREAMLINE on the comeback trail here. Down 1 set.
Cover.
Ponce. Nunag trying to go again to that corner. But this time, Carlos couldn't control. Going above the head.
Yeah, Lunag is probably saying, this is what I wanted to do earlier.
Tomahawk na yan. Kaloy.
I think Carlos felt something like
Stretch.
like she had to rest after that.
Kaya lang, ang diferensya, siya kaya maglaro, tayong dalawa. After that stretch, wala na. Bukas na tayo magkita.
Stretcher.
9-6, it's Galanta this time.
Yeah, Galanta playing well right now, putting up numbers for CREAMLINE. Much needed.
So this means Eliza Valdez is in front. alongside Sato. Who we haven't seen in a while is Tumaba.
Yeah.
Baba.
For Creamline, they're opting to use the triangle offense of Galanza, Carlos, and
Valdez.
Valdez. Correct.
Luna goes there. And now she's here serving. That's too low.
Oh. Good read there. No, these little contributions are also by, Villarreal. These are going to be big in this match.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Especially if they pull it off. Chance ball. Oh, overset. Overpass. So we're tied once again at 9-all, and the shouting is back.
Oh, you have to give it to Jel Cayuna. She was all over that Araiza Valdez kick. Oh,
Valdez on the approach. Gia sumilip kay Sato, and Sato slices it through.
they needed that. They needed that. You can sense Perlas.
See,
Yeah, the momentum.
see that little look that she gave to Sato just before she sent the ball to her.
A glimpse.
Yeah, ganda. Underneath. That sails out. 2-point lead.
That would have been huge for Perlas.
Mga teammates mo na huwag mo mag-insistent.
Yun, si JD was also giving the same warning to PERLAS Spikers not to insist on a touch.
You're not an influencer, stop influencing.
Oh, they are.
They are.
They are. 10-11, point for PERLAS. Net Villarreal and a net touch by Valdez.
Villarreal is going to be big. It's going to be key. Good serve.
Run and gun, Panaga is checked. Atienza recovering. Cayuna. And it is the aforementioned Villarreal who finds the gaping hole to tie the match at 11.
There's a smart tip there. Creamline defense caught totally off guard.
Very good serve.
Yeah.
Toromal from her spot.
Oh, why not?
Oh, what a save by Atienza.
Still alive.
That's the right play. That is the right play. After a scrambling Creamline defense. But boy, Atienza with an effort play right there. Look at this. Ay, ito na yung panapos.
But yeah, we have to give credit to the scrambling defense of Creamline.
Valdez,
Oh, still alive.
good reaction. Galanza, sorry. Valdez with the approach from Morado. Maraginot. Atienza was there. Carlos from the back. Solid digging here. On the third try.
Finally, legitimate kill there for Creamline.
12-all. Set number 4.
Well, whatever happens, you can sense really, in the last few rallies, at least for heart there. That's why they don't want anything to just, fall on the floor.
Speaking of heart, Maragunot from the opposite side against Liza Valdez. One-on-one, targeting the outside hand.
Well, they need more of that from her, If she steps up here in the fourth set, that's going to be huge for PERLAS.
Oh! And Carlos pounding the pavement on that one. 13 all. Unstoppable on this one.
Question is, any blockers in the house?
Meron, but they were too late.
Yeah.
Just too late. It's too fast, too strong. Ayuna will go back to Doromal. Has been effective from that side. Ganza. Ponce. Oh, that's in.
Oh, I told you they have this different aura. Talk about PERLAS.
Combination play. And still a point on a broken play for CREAMLINE.
Yeah, huge point there by Tots Carlos. That goes to show you the focus that Carlos has learned throughout the stint of CREAMLINE. That is so near the net. Normally we'd see an error or to the net, but she got that through.
Carlos again, ang laki ng butas sa likod.
3 straight points for Tots Carlos.
Right. On opposite sides too.
Yeah.
One on the open side and two, the last two coming from this opposite side, which keeps Liza Valdez serving.
Oh!
Tough block. It is Carlos who is in charge here in set 4. Liza Valdez and the rest of the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers trying to mount another comeback for the second straight game for them.
Yeah, the crucial moment right now. We need to get this lead.
This time it is Tots Carlos with the error.
Heat check.
Anticipated well by Heather Guinol.
Playing well also for PERLAS.
Oh! Out of system, but still a point for CREAMLINE at 17-14.
17-14.
Not enough push there. The legs of Nunan.
Doromal. Sarado.
Oh, it landed out.
Oh, it did. Bounced out.
Even Roma Doromal. The confidence she's displaying right now with her hits is so much different from the previous game?
Well, like I said earlier, after that second set, when you start, when you get a win and you win, you know, in a confident way, some of the other things follow, di ba? Your effort follows. The skills sometimes become, your swing gets better. Habol sa bola. And that's what has happened here in Perlas after that second set. It's a completely different team. Even the digging sometimes, just becomes more solid. Your extra step na kanina wala sa first set. Having said that, Creamline, as we said, very capable. Goes without saying, they've done it many times, and they're ahead here, 18-16.
Yeah, Tops Carlos playing big here in the fourth set for CREAMLINE.
Not good enough here. That will be out. And a timeout will be called by Coach Ray Diaz. Back with more of the action at the PCV Social Civic and Cultural Center in Baccaray, Ilocos Norte. Boone Gonzalez, Noreen Go. Creamline, PERLAS Spikers. Creamline ahead 19-16, but behind a set.
What a dig by Ella de Jesus prior to that. Heather Gino had all day.
It's been a collective effort for these PERLAS Spikers to get themselves in this position. And some good serving too. Mitch Morente served very well earlier. Heather Gino, Luna just served well. Doromal served well. So they, the points are coming in different manners for the PERLAS Spikers. Credit to them.
Yeah, and they have to know also, if you're PERLAS, you have to target the reception, challenge the reception of CREAMLINE. So you really have to be serving well.
Joe was underneath that ball. Lanza and Carlos have been the ones responsible for the comeback here of CREAMLINE.
She'll take it. Hit the net, but she'll take it.
19 serving 20.
Yeah, two crucial moments for PERLAS.
Luna will move out. For the very first time, Nelson Dayan will come in as a service specialist. I was thinking whether Michelle Morente would come in to serve.
Yeah,
Kasi kanina, ganda na serving niya, but
and defense.
the former Lyceum standout will serve well for this rally. That's out.
With the blockers, but the ball hit the antenna after that.
Sato, always with a dangerous serve. Oh, nobody home. And a rejection at the net. And a 3-point lead at the end of this set number 4. CREAMLINE trying to force a decider. So CREAMLINE for the second straight match, looking to mount a come-from-behind victory. They were down against Choco Mucho at one point in the fourth set, 13-9. When they made that comeback and then dominated in the fifth set, as Kyle Negrito is here for defense, for net defense, as Perlas will be on offense after the Sato serve.
And also to tame Kayuna. Remember, they were teammates for so long.
Carlos cuts it. Kayuna will send it back. 3-point lead. Make it 4.
That's huge for Eliza Valdez. And what about that set by Negrito? Look at this one. Coming off the bench, able to deliver that.
Match 39. And Nicole Tiamzon is back after a long time since the first set, no?
Yep.
4-point lead. Back to Baldo. Open to the other side. Chami gets it across.
Oh! That's why she's there.
Set point for the Cool Smashers, who are looking to secure the #1 spot in the semifinals.
Smart play there by
Nasa bulutan pa.
Kaya nga short there.
Set point #1. Chance ball. Valdez asking for it. Negrito going for the 1-2. It's not done yet.
So I'm actually surprised that Panaga didn't go up and challenge that.
Match number 39 coming up is a crucial match between the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, the Petrogas Angels, then the Signal HD Spikers and PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters will be our nightcap. Alonzo receiving. Valdez attacking. Oh! And we go into a set number 5 for the second straight time for the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. Stay tuned, you're watching the PVL on One Sports Plus. CREAMLINE Cool Smashers made a comeback here in set number 4 to tie the match at 2. So for the second straight time, the team that is looking for that #1 spot will have to grind it out. And you know, the season has already been a grind to begin with. So as much rest as you can get, that's what your goal is, as we mentioned in the second set. But it's not going to happen here.
It's not. I mean, you have to
There's
give
nobody
it.
else to blame, though. It's your CREAMLINE. You blame yourselves for putting yourself in this position. But now, you reduce your errors for the first time since that first set,
Yeah.
and you give your chance to win in set number 5.
Yeah, for me, you know what spelled the difference there is that change in the 6 of their coaching staff.
Okay.
Because they used the trio of Eliza Valdez, Gemma Galanza, and Tots Carlos. And that worked wonders for them. I guess they weren't happy with the way the movement was for Creamline in the second and the third set. It's a risk. You know, you don't know if that's going to be, that's going to work, but it did. You know, it changed things up. But we have to give it to Perlas, really challenged Creamline. You know, nearly got the momentum, enough momentum, but Creamline just kept pounding. Tots Carlos, Gemma Galanza, you know, all these players, they know what the importance of this match, and these people are stepping up.
Sometimes in a game where you're not performing well, when it's an error-filled game, sometimes the simplest answer is talent.
Yeah.
And the talent of Creamline with Tots and Gemma, you know, and then Eliza finishing. Kanina, Michelle gumabaw sa simula. They're a loaded team. Perlas is showing a lot of heart here. It's a great sign for the Spikers.
Yeah, and we all felt it. You know, Eliza Valdez really also played well in that fourth set. And total of 20 points right now. Tots Carlos with 17. Nunad still playing well, 16, and Ginoo with 12.
This is where the superstars are paid the big bucks, so to speak. And Eliza finished off the fourth set and starts off the fifth set in almost the same fashion. Heather Ginoo and the rest of the Spikers get ready to receive.
So they are sticking with that 6 that played in the fourth set.
Panaga is checked. Okay, your Perlas Spikers. What happened in set number 4? What do you have to do in set number 5?
No, for me, they played well. You know, we were hoping for a third contribution. Like, we wanted Zomer that we know at that time Biakron didn't even play. So we wanted that other contributor. But it was not meant to be, you know. But we have to give it once again to Creamline because they crawled their way there in the fourth set. And again, key performances just led to that fourth set win.
Carlos this time. Heavy-handed on the swing. 2-1 fifth set. In the fifth set of that Choco Mucho match, they were tied at 3-all when a 5-0 run was unleashed by Creamline to make it 8-3. See, yeah, Creamline can do the same. Overpass by Ponce, which is an error now for Cayuna.
Yeah, but you like also with the side of Creamline, you know, when you look at them making the adjustments in the fourth set, putting in Galanza, it makes all the players just ready, on their toes. I mean, I can't be confident that, you know, if I don't play well, I'll still be part of the first 6. There's this different combination, so everyone has to be working hard, which will really boost the quality of play for Creamline.
Say the same about Perlas. Everybody has to play. This has to be a collective effort to them. It's brought them this far. They're down only by 1. Galanza with some extra heat on that swing and that ball puts it away.
Obviously, that fourth set, a lot of confidence to Gemma Galanza now playing like she played in the previous matches where she started.
Hindi na nga nabalin si Michelle gumabaw dito. Almost 2 sets na, no? They haven't seen her. And Michelle played very well in that set number 1, by the way.
Yep.
Doromal. Return to sender, says Risa Sato.
Read that well. But you said it, you know, this is where the big guns will come out play.
It's actually Gemma Galanza who will be credited for that rejection.
He's actually a very underrated blocker about Galanza.
Another block, another denial, and another point. And this run now is 6-2, almost similar to what happened in the Choco Mucho match.
Sige po, kanina. Kanina po. Ay, sit pa natin.
serving two. It will be Panaga on deck.
Oh,
The tip doesn't work. Oh, it does, sorry. And who will be credited? It will be Kino.
yeah, Carlos was there, but it's just the angle of that tip. Okay, strong front line now for Perlas.
Down three.
Yep. Oh,
She's been eyeing that time and time again.
you know, for me, really, it's like on the job training for Tots Carlos. Is every game, every practice you get to play with this coaching staff, with these players. I mean, look at where compare her to college, which we don't want to do. But where
She's turning into a professional na talaga.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Galanza with a professional kill.
You know, all these hitters just knows the importance of this game. All contribute.
I said that this is turning out to be what happened in the Choco Mucho match. It's now the score is the same, 8-3. They were tied at some point in that match. And forgive me for always going back to that, but that was the last match of CREAMLINE, and it was a 5-setter. So it's a good reference for them.
It is.
It was 8-3, 9-4, and 12-5. Those were like the key points of that game.
So let's see if deja vu will set in today.
Galanza denied this time. Carlos from the back. Chance here for Perlas. Down four, not good enough. Joust.
Oh, good save.
And that was Carlos again rolling for that ball. Cayuna will open up. Kino. Atienza. Nunag unable to put it away as Valdez digs it up.
Long rally.
Crucial point two. They open. Galanza puts it away.
Boy, you gotta credit both teams for defense.
8-3.
I know.
9-4.
I know.
Deja vu.
We still have 12-5. To make it legit. If that doesn't count.
Strictly for teams.
Stricter.
But the point there is, CREAMLINE looking for separation at specific times of the set. Show is back. Mitch moves out. Good serve.
Yeah.
Chance here. Down to three.
Okay, that's it. It's 6-9. You're 12-5 if we race.
It's not my problem, it's CREAMLINE's problem.
That's true.
What a cut shot there. Cross.
Oh, good serve.
Cherry keeps it alive. Valdez is back in the front line, and it's like a replay of the last three kills. Targeting that outside hand. Let's look at it from this perfect angle. Always, that's the third time.
She has been very successful actually going down the line as well. So smaller blocker, no problem.
If you could, back to the well, and the well isn't dry yet. Elisa Valdez puts it away and tries to put away the PERLAS Spikers 11-6. Eleven 6 is our score. Creamline looking to put away the PERLAS Spikers here in 5 sets, back to back. Short serve. Carlos from behind. One last ditch stand para dito sa PERLAS. And they go back to Eliza.
Oh, so Rosses is in.
That's out. That's wide. The first time.
I think he started. Yeah. So these are interesting substitutions towards this part of the 5th set.
Oh, perfect set from Cayuna to Nunag.
That's going to be a bread and butter play for PERLAS in the coming tournaments, I'm sure.
Atienza will set it. Eliza will adjust. They open to Joe. And Joe scores. Down to 4.
They're not out of it yet, talking about PERLAS.
In fairness and in defense of Joe Maraguino today, after an error, she comes back with a point. So she's been, fighting from start to finish and coming off a 17-point performance the last time against Black Mamba.
Yeah, we've already seen her improvement throughout this conference, so, the Maraguinot fans have to be happy.
Yep, that's another one. But it's not a point yet.
What a save.
Good roll there by Galanza. Cayuna, back to Joe. Good reaction there, but nobody home.
Just down by 3.
Good stuff for the Joe Maraguinot fans. Back-to-back games where she looks confident and looks comfortable here. Sue Roses and the rest of the PERLAS Spikers hoping to stay alive and come back here in set number 5. The biggest lead was at 11-6, so it's a 3-1 rally for PERLAS. Valdez ends it, at least for now.
Creamline just 2 points away from being number 1 going into the semis.
Fourth best server in the league, gets us going here. That's too low. Wow. That's surprising that they did that play at that moment.
Well, you have to give it to Heather. She's been playing well. But yeah, I mean, certain decisions, I think even she was prepared.
Match point. Joe from the open. Back to Maraguinot, and she scores again. Great sign for her to build her confidence for the next games, for the next conference. After nursing her injury, and to get back into shape, they saved 1 match point.
We need a good serve from Cayuna. That's 1.
Dots.
Oh!
And for the second straight time, Heather Guinol with an attacking error from the back row. And that will be the Creamline Cool Smashers for the second straight game win in 5 sets come from behind five-setter win also. But more importantly, they secure the #1 spot going into our semifinals. We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap this baby up. Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa One Sports Plus for the conclusion of this game between the PERLAS Spikers and the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. That's the confirmation of the scores in 5 sets. Eliza Valdez and the rest of her gang showing grit, coming back again.
Yeah, well, this is the professional league. So even though you're playing up against a team that has only 1 win, you don't expect to roll over. I mean, a lot of times you see straight set victories, but again, we always say if you play against a team who just wants to win, it will be hard. And PERLAS just showed that, you know, they wanted to play well.
Credit to them, yeah.
Credit to them. You know, they gave it their all, but it was just not enough. CREAMLINE, obviously, the more talented team in today's game, able to be mature enough to close it out and really close it out in style because they were challenged, but the important thing is they got that #1 seed.
Talented and experienced, but pushed by the PERLAS Spikers. Eliza Valdez, our player of the game, with Ayitin Sai.
Lai, paano nyo pinigilan yung momentum ng kalaban nyo? Nakahabol kayo and talagang bumangon kayo lalong-lalo na sa 5th set. Paano yun ginawa?
Well, we always have to listen to our coaches. We have to really play happy, enjoy the game. And I think throughout this season, this tournament talaga, very mind games talaga siya. So we
Yes.
really make it to a point na positive thinking and always good vibes talaga.
And Eliza, now that you've claimed the top spot in the ranks, ano yung babaunin nyo for the semifinals?
We're hoping to bring the confidence, the
Yes.
happy momentum also, and syempre, yung isa't isa babaunin namin na kompleto pa kami. As of the
Yes.
moment, nakabalik din si Pangs and nandito din si Coach Shai, so yun yung dadalhin namin.
Congratulations, Eliza, and the Cool Smashers. Pwede ka nang bumati sa mga mahal mo sa buhay.
Hello po to Mr. and Mrs. Nang. Maraming salamat, Sir Jonathan. Hello, Miss Kathy Nang. Hello to our management. Hello po sa VIS. Hello. Maraming salamat. Sa families po ng teammates ko. Hello din. And to my family in Batangas, to Joseph. Hi, hello. And to my doggies, Blake and Louie. Hi.
And there you have it, Eliza Valdez of the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. Expect an intense matchup in later's game.
The doggies say hi back, Eliza. Well, look at her. 24 points today, 22 points the last time out, and a triple-double. And they are the #1 team going into the semifinals. Match number 40 is coming up, and it is an important one and a big one. The Choco Mucho Flying Titans versus the Petrogas Angels. And then we will finish off with the Signal HD Spikers and the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters as match 41. For Noreen Go, I'm Boom Gonzalez. Stay tuned for more of the first and only professional volleyball league in the country. This is the PVL Season 4 Open Conference.